You're on.
Okay.
Rick Thompson with the news.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. It's the Cannabis News. It's October 10th, 2017. How about we do some national news today? The recorded first month of recreational marijuana sales in Nevada. Nevada's rec marijuana industry is off to a blistering start with early sales far surpassing the totals other adult use markets posed their first few weeks. The development highlights how different approaches to the rollout of the recreational marijuana as well as unique market dynamics can greatly influence early sales. Dispensaries in Nevada sold a whopping $27 million worth of recreational cannabis during a single month. $27 million, 1 month, Nevada. Go Las Vegas. Yeah. That's nearly double the tally during the first month of sales in Colorado, and more than 7 times the amount Washington State recorded. And the figures also almost double the $14 million Oregon posted in the first month of taxed recreational sales. Now, in that instance, no data is available for the 3-month period of sales before the tax took effect. But wow, talk about a proof statement there. You know, there's so many other things to talk about. Why don't we talk about flower power in New York, courtesy of MJ Business Daily. A New York industry insider was not surprised to see a report that the state's legal medical marijuana businesses are losing potential patients to the black market. What a surprise. Reasons given were, 1, high cost of legal medical products. 2, inconvenient bureaucracy. 3, patients' preference for cannabis flower, which the New York program does not allow. Despite those disheartening plans for New York program, PharmaCann COO Jeremy Unruh sees positives down the road, like state regulators considering new draft regulations that could attract more patients. New York, through October, has only registered about 31,000 medical marijuana patients out of 20 million residents. That's what we like to call a bad program. How about Maryland? Maryland's medical marijuana program has been plagued by delays, but the issuance of 8 new licenses might mean the program is finally finding its feet. One of Maryland's newly licensed dispensary owners says it's been a long time coming. Maryland regulators this week licensed 2 dispensaries, 2 more labs, 3 processors, and 1 cultivator processor. Although a workable MMJ program was passed by lawmakers in Maryland in 2014, the process of planning for this advancement began 5 years ago. 2 other rules also work in favor of Maryland's medical marijuana program. The state already allows MMJ recommendations for chronic pain treatment, and any doctor or resident may petition the MMJ Commission to add conditions to the qualifying list. Millions of dollars. That's how much money Michigan's licensed medical cannabis businesses could save thanks to a new rule from the state's Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs allowing companies to utilize multiple Class C cultivation permits at a single location. Each permit would allow up to 1,500 cannabis plants. We've talked about this many, many times. Once Michigan's new regulations are in place, a licensed cannabis company that desires a large-scale commercial grow will be able to do so at a single location. And in one building, you can do all the mechanics like HVAC, centralized system with 15 separate entities and 15 separate locations. You'd have to pay all those mechanics in each location, according to our friend Michael Mays, CEO of Greenwave Naturals in Lansing. Regulators are doing a decent job listening to Michigan's MMJ executives who are lobbying Lara for business-friendly regulations that will allow companies to produce at volume without unnecessary roadblocks. That's unfortunate to read, isn't it? Lara also allowing vertically integrated MMJ operations is another example of that, according to him. Now, how about Ontario? Ontario is Canada's multi-billion-dollar legal marijuana hub. 1 year ahead of recreational marijuana legalization, Ontario has become the hub of Canada's licensed production. Hey, Ontario, just across the big water from us. Large licensed producers dominate the province's marijuana sector. Opportunities for entrepreneurs are less widespread and are expected to be available in ancillary businesses like security, greenhouse supplies, and accounting. That sounds really eerily familiar. Ontario has the most potential consumers of any province. It's also home to the most LPs, including industry heavyweights Canopy Growth in Smith Falls and Afria in Leamington, Ontario. And it is this epicenter of Canada's marijuana market, the Canadian cannibals. are involved in the marijuana capital market. Those are served by investment firms and venture capitalists. Another factor in Ontario's favor is a nascent pharmaceutical sector revolving around cannabis that is largely based near Toronto. The province's strong cannabis foundation is built on its base of licensed cultivators, strengthened life sciences research and development, and a world-class industrial greenhouse sector with well-established supply chains. That sounds like a win-win situation. We should copy that here in Michigan. Folks, that's the news. It's October 10th, 2017. I'm Rick Thompson. Thank you for listening.
Awesome. Good job, Rick.